In this OneNote video, we'll be looking at class notebooks. So the setup of class notebooks, sharing the link with students, and some other basic functions. So I thought I'd start by showing you an example of a class notebook. So when you create a class notebook, it will look something like this. Across the top you have collaboration space, content library, and then the students' individual names. So let me show you 11 accounting actually. So in the content library, this is where you can share an entire course with your class. So you can see here term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. So whenever I add pages or sections in here, it will go live to the students' notebook, class notebook, which will have this exact same heading here. So how do we actually create one of these? The first thing you need to do is go to the internet and type in Microsoft 365. You then need to find this link here, sign into your account. So it look like this. You're going to click on this. Then you have all these apps. You need to click on Class Notebook. Alright, from this screen we're going to create a class notebook. So we're going to click here. What's the name of your class? So we're going to call this Year 12 Accounting 2017. It's really important to put the year here, so when you make a new class for the following year, you don't get confused. All this is fine. You just click next. Here, this is where you give other teachers permission. So if you're sharing a subject or your job share, you can put other teachers here. I'm just going to leave it blank. Now this is where we put our student names in, so our entire class list goes here. So let's just do an example of a student. Let's say Scott. Their names will come up. You need to choose them. So I'll just choose this student as an example. Let's do another one. You can see over here it's searching. And it found this student. So you'll have 20, 15, 30 students, however many students in your class here. I'll just use these two as an example. Then I'm going to click next. Now all these options, I'm just going to untick these, and I'm just going to leave homework for now, just for this example. Let's go next. All this is fine. You go create. It'll then take about 10 seconds to create. Once it's finished creating, you'll get to a page that looks like this. Now what you need to do is click on this Open in OneNote. So click on this. Your OneNote will open, and then it will load the new class notebook for you. Again, this will take about 30 seconds. Just let it do its thing. It says loading. Make sure you wait till it all is finished. It should take about 30 seconds to a minute. Alright, once it's finished creating, it'll look something like this. So this main welcome page, it has some information about how to use a notebook, and there's all sorts of training down here that you can look at. Basically there are three sections. The collaboration space, if I click in here, this is where all students can have access to and can collaborate on these pages. So this blank page, any student has access to it and can write on it. This little up arrow here is really important. This is how you go back to the main section. So if you click that little up arrow, the most important part is the content library. So this is where you add your course or your resources, and students have access to this, but they cannot edit this. So anything you put in here cannot be edited by the students, they can only see it. So I'm just going to delete the introduction page. So this here might be called Term 1. And your first lesson for Term 1, I might use a page, let's say from let's just use this example. Say this lesson 1 introduction. I've finished preparing. I'm just going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back into Year 12 Accounting 2017, and I can paste it in here. So this is now live to my students, so they can see this page. Now that I've inserted it in there, this untitled page, I can just delete. So that's the content library. These individual pages, so students can copy work from the content library and edit it in their individual pages. So that's basically how those three sections work. Now to share this with your students, what should happen when you create this notebook, like we did earlier, the students will get an email. Look something like this. Here's a folder that Andrew Webster shared with you. So a student should get this email. It should happen automatically. You can see the 2 email recipients here. If the students click on this, the notebook should download and set up in their OneNote. So that's how you share the notebook with students, so it actually happens automatically. If they don't get this email, I like to send them an email of the link as well. So to do that, you need to click up here. You need to go back to our class notebook. From here, we're going to go over to Manage Notebooks. Now, to find the link that you need to email students, so they can download this class notebook, you need to find it, Year 12 UK in 2017, and the link is here. So you can just click on it, Control C, you can go New Email and email your class this link, Control V. So that's just like a little tip for you. If the students didn't get that initial email, you can send the link like that.